Okay. Let's give it a few minutes. Let's get some people here. Just give it a few minutes. Oh, wow, that's right. Great.
Okay.
With special guests.
By the way, Weather Kingdom.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm sorry if there's any background noise. I am in college and I'm in my dorm room, so there could be
No, you're good.
some.
I'm just getting everything
just making
set up.
sure.
Yeah, I should have started it earlier. Alright, we already got 3 people. We'll start gradually adding. Oh wait, wow, this is looking better and better already. We already got 5 people. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Oh wow, okay. Boom, 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 boom. We are going live. Good evening, Christia. Or however you say that. Oh, really? The battery's running low. Thank you for letting me know. I'll charge that while we are waiting. Hello, Justin. Hello, Mercy. Good evening, Weather Kingdom and guest. Yep. You guys are allowed to introduce yourself if you guys like.
I'm Charlie.
Okay, who's next?
Thunder Redman.
We got Charlie. We got LW. Wait, what's the full thing again?
You could call me LT.
LT. We got LT in the chat. Yep, Erin is slowly but surely building back its eye wall. That is very true. Please like and subscribe. Let's get more people on here. Let's get this stream going tonight. You guys can hear the people in the audience, correct? We already got 10 people. Hi, I'm Mercy from WPB, Florida. Nice. I don't know where that is, but we are watching. Let's charge my computer while streaming. Charging? Okay. Why is it not charging? Welcome, everybody. We are waiting for more people. Charging? I can't tell if it's charging or not. Audio, sound waves. We already got 13 people watching. We are waiting on a few. Oh, Alexa, light on. That's why. Is my computer even charging? Okay, West Palm Beach, South Florida looks a lot more organized than it did. Yeah, it looks a lot more organized. It's not charging. Must be the day. Oh. Oh, my outlet's out. That's why. Okay, we are charging now.
Kingdom?
Yeah?
We only see the your epic pen thing.
Oh, the stream is fine, right? Yeah, the stream is fine. We already got 20 people watching. You guys only see my epic pen?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'll
got
fix
beam
that.
on it.
Let me, I see, it's only sharing my Epic Pen. I'm sorry. Let's stop screen sharing.
You're
Let's,
okay.
yo. See, I have to click entire screen. Can you guys see it now? Yeah, you guys can. I'm sorry about that. Hey,
You're
everybody in the
fine.
chat. We
You're
already got
fine.
20 people already watching. Let's keep adding. Just saying, hurricane force winds feel might upwards already 100 miles or larger to the north. Yep. We already got 7 likes. Our goal is to get to, let's go for tonight, at least 20 likes. Let's get up to 650 subscribers. That's the goal for tonight. If you guys are new, please like and subscribe and share. Let's, more of the people is the better. How wide will Erin be as it gets closer? We'll be talking about that in just a moment. Let's share this just in one moment. So what's your guys' latest thoughts on the satellite? Because clearly it looks like we are really starting to see some intensification here of a eyeball trying to develop. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Because I do have it popped up here. Do you guys see?
Yeah. By the way, I know Delta was in here. He said that it's having that shrimp look again, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the wind field is massive. Like it was spanning from miles away.
Yeah, I just marked where I think the low-level center is. There it is. We got new bursts of convection on the northeastern side. Actually, significant convection. I would like to see how that continues because I think what we are starting to see, we're starting to see a core develop, and I do think an eye will be developing by midnight or so. Maybe sometime 1, 2 in the morning, we're gonna start seeing an eye develop. In my opinion, what's your guys' thoughts on that?
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
When's D-Max?
D-Max is usually from when nighttime turns to morning or daytime turns to night. Those are the D-Maxes. Throughout the day
Like the
is
time.
for the Atlantic, I think we are in D-Max.
Oh, okay.
It's like I don't know what time it is in Eastern because the thing won't show. But
It's 10:12. It's 10:12.
oh yeah, I think we're in a period of leaving
D-Max.
Demon.
Oh, Demon. So yeah, we're in the process of leaving Demon. We're actually building up for Durham
Well, the
Maximum.
viewers were a 50-mile westward shift would be like in between the minimal shift can be 50 miles west, and the maximum can be about 100, and the middle can be about a 75. Now tell the viewers what will happen.
Yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the track and everything. I'm just doing some things off. But we are watching right now the satellite imagery. Let me pull up here quickly the satellite. Let's go into shortwave. So this is the nighttime look of this on the cloud tops. What's your guys' latest thoughts on that? What do we notice better than last night?
It definitely looks better
looks
than last night. It's definitely holding its structure and it's rebuilding its structure. Earlier today, we saw that it kind of got sheared apart and that eyewall was basically collapsing. But we saw this burst of convection around the afternoon hours, and we're seeing it sustain that convection, and we're seeing microwave imagery and aircraft reconnaissance that show that Erin is rebuilding a structure and likely to intensify as it moves away from that shear as it goes northwest.
What I am noticing here, we will be starting to go to a west-northwest movement. We're gonna be taking a look at that in a bit. I'm just currently doing some things off.
And that type of a movement could bring hurricane force winds to the North Carolina, and we know that they do not want no hurricane force winds, but there's some things we can't control. So So
Look,
they
we're
want
probably not going to get hurricane force winds. It's probably going to be too far. But however, if with any outer bands, hurricane force gusts, like severe weather kind of wise, is possible. But the
Yeah.
tropical storm forced wind for now, the forecast, it's just going to be around the Outer Banks, North Carolina. But anything west, that tropical storm forced wind field will definitely go a bit. Will go, a bit more west as well, and those impacts will be felt more enhanced impacts. So yeah.
By the way, if you look closely, you could kind of see the CDO kind of trying to rebuild.
Yeah, that CDO is already trying to build. What he's talking about, you guys, is this right here. This is the CDO of that deep thunderstorm convection. It looks like we do kind of see the core wrapping itself in here. Towards the
Yeah.
last few frames where that convection is. We're gonna have to keep watching that because that's gonna be very big development as we keep going with the stream. We also have Dapia. We take a look at the satellite
Um,
imagery here.
And also, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I'm sure we all did. There's a tropical storm watch for
You guys,
for
flashing lights
Virginia and
see the
Bermuda
problems with sorry.
and Thunder.
Yeah.
There's a tropical storm watch for Virginia and Bermuda, and the tropical storm watch for Cape Hatteras got upgraded to a tropical storm warning.
Cape Hatteras. Yeah, what he's talking about here. Let's take a look at the warnings and stuff. Wait, is this category 1?
No.
It's Cat 2.
Cat 2?
Why is it saying Cat? Where does it say Cat 1?
I thought
because
the 8 p.m. update. Look. Oh, nope, never mind. I saw 90 knots. Never mind. The pressure, did it drop right 959? I don't know from the previous one.
Actually,
it was 960. It was 960.
So we actually dropped the millibars, so that's new and significant development.
So at 5 p.m. it was 958. At 8 it was 959. So technically it rose, but it's dropping right now.
Yeah, so what he's talking about here, we do have a tropical storm watch for Bermuda, where I just circled right here, but we also have tropical storm warnings for the outer banks of the North Carolina, even a little bit further inland. And then we actually, shockingly, I think, is we have even tropical storm watches across parts of the mid-Atlantic, in Virginia. And where else? Is that in Delaware or no? Nope. Just in Maryland, right? Yeah, just in Maryland. So off the coast of Maryland, North Carolina, and Virginia, we have tropical storm watches and warnings. That's probably because of this wind field's going to actually be growing in size in the next couple of days. As we keep taking a look here. Currently, we are at a 105 mile an hour tropical.
Mr. Trough.
It
disconnected. It got connected and disconnected.
Yeah, we'll be taking a look at the steering flow. I just want to take a look at things at one time.
I'm gonna send some photos.
If you want, I can let you share your screen if you like, and I'll let you let me find. So share your screen, and then I'll let them see your screen.
So right now it's 959 millibars and 90 knots, which is what miles an hour is 9 knots? 105. This is the wind rate. This is what I was talking about earlier, how big it is. So 34 knots is tropical storm, 50 knots is I think strong tropical storm, and 64 knots is hurricane force.
Yeah, we already got 40 people watching. I just want to say our goal is to 650 subscribers and 20 likes. Hello everybody. I know everybody's talking in the chat.
What will the gust knots be for the viewers?
Huh?
Whoa.
Anyway, here's microwave imagery. I know this is what you want to show.
Yeah, this was a major thing. So if you want to explain yourself on that.
Oh, well, I can't really explain microwave. Can someone take it over from here?
I can try, yeah. So what you're seeing here is, so the microwave pass did not get a full thing, but what you can see is you can see what looks like to maybe be an eye or center of low pressure, and you're seeing what Weather Kingdom just outlined as your eastern and northeastern eye wall, and your south one as well, which is building. And you also can see to the right side that big kind of band you've been seeing. That is one of your outer bands. And what also he's highlighting is we're likely seeing on the northwestern side is your eye wall building, and what this colors mean is kind of like the under the hood, if you will. So you can see your satellite, but but your satellite doesn't really tell you what's going on under the clouds. This is what is going on under the clouds. So we're still seeing that eye wall structure, and this is mainly thanks to that convection that we have been seeing. Is that those convective towers that we call those vertical hot towers? They have been helping to build that eye wall again, and they've been kind of circulating around the center. And as the system goes north, we're only going to see that structure kind of rebuild.
I also have to mention it does look like a shrimp. If you look at it from like this perspective, there's the tail, and then it kind of gets thicker and thicker around. I don't know if you see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I do see what you're seeing. It does look like a shrimp. Do you guys think this will continue to organize?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is what I'm going to show next.
Okay.
The sea surface temperatures.
Oh,
and
that's another
I
big
could
thing.
take it from here. So before it was in 29 degrees Celsius, which is like what, like 85 Fahrenheit, or
That's about probably like 89 or so.
okay.
Right?
So this is
Yeah.
basically really hot temperatures now. This is going to be the highest that it's going to go.
This is
And if it
about
launches-
actually 30 to 31 degrees Celsius, because in the red it's actually 30 degrees Celsius. So this is 31 degrees Celsius here. 30
That's
to
still pretty big.
yeah, that's very big. And then we can actually see some 32s into the parts of the Eastern Gulf. Florida Keys, some of the Bahama Islands right here, just south of Cuba. That's going to be a very big development as we go into the peak of the hurricane season.
Right
Who
here.
else would agree on that?
Like right here.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Um,
Who else would agree on that with me?
I do.
Yeah. This
Oh,
means a
let's
bus that's
see.
going to suggest northwest later
Let's see
today.
something.
Also, if anyone can watch the chat and answer any questions.
Here's the
pull it up,
OHC, by the way. Here's the OHC.
Oh, okay, that's really nice. So this is the OHC, you guys. You could tell in the Caribbean northern parts, we are in very good conditions. We're anywhere from 100 to about, I would say, almost 175 OHC, especially near Jamaica is a big part, just south of Cuba, just off the coast of Mexico. And then we actually, even in the Gulf Stream, we get up to about 160 to 170 OHC. Currently, where this storm is standing is about, where will we say?
I think it's like less than 100 OHC.
It's a
It's
yeah,
like
it's
around like in this area.
yeah, it's about the storm path is going to be in this direction here, you guys. We are generally around 75 to 100. There are spots where we are reaching about 115, 120, I would say. So also let's look how far this actually goes north. This is at 40 degrees north. I think that's actually very impressive for this time of year.
Mhm.
What would you guys, what's you guys
I
thinking
want
on
to
that?
answer a question that was in chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
So somebody asked, is New Bern, North Carolina going to be okay tomorrow? So for New Bern, the area is under a 1 to 3 foot storm surge. So what that basically means, as that tropical storm force wind field and the hurricane kind of starts to parallel the coast, the winds will be coming out of the north, then going towards the northwestern area. So it's going to be kind of curving towards the New Bern kind of area. And what that's going to do is that's going to push those strong winds are going to push the water with the pressure gradient winds and the winds in general will push the water to like onshore flow. So the wind, I'm not really a storm surge expert, obviously, by what you can tell, but 1 to 3 foot of storm surge is what is forecasted. And I'm trying to see what other alerts are there. I don't have
Yeah,
one.
let me actually show you guys what he is talking about because you guys really can't see it. But let me get into the peak surge. This is the peak surge. If you want to look, let's actually go take a look at
Yeah.
also rip currents. Okay, so
Oh yeah,
rip
rip currents
currents
are going to be a
is a
big
big one.
factor.
So the U.S. rip currents, you can actually see it. I did not know they actually show this, but when we take a look, if you guys are across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, pretty much all the way up the East Coast, all the way into Long Island, you guys are under a high risk of rip currents. Would anyone like to explain what a rip current is and how to avoid one?
I would.
Okay.
Well, maybe a brief.
Yeah.
But a rip current is a section of water that correct me if I'm wrong. It's a section of water that has that kind of like flows like normal, but underneath the waves it drags you, like it pulls harder than the other than like it usually does. Like if you stand in the ocean and feel like a very strong tug, get out of the water right now because you may be in a rip. But if you know it's like normal, then swim whatever. Hope I explained that right.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. There's nothing really to talk about. If you guys have any questions
got-
also,
I can also explain it. My version is, let's say like a recurrent is, let's say like the surface waves is moving you north and what north and west, but let's say that you're swimming north, but if you wanted to swim under the water, the wave that's under the water is moving south. So it's going to push you south. Then let's say that you swimming west back to back to the beach, but if you wanted to swim under the water, the waves that's under the water, it's moving east. So the opposite. So
yeah, thank you for explaining that.
And also, if you see just a break in the, you could also tell if there's a rip if there's like a break in the water. Like say that there's like, you know, white caps on the shoreline, and then there's like a section where there's no white caps. Get away from that area because that could be a rip. Rips don't
Yeah.
have white caps, and they're usually far out to sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Talk.
for your-
Also talk. Look at your safety guidelines. Safety guidelines for rip currents. You should always swim perpendicular to the rip. Always. Because if you go against the rip, you're gonna lose breath and drown.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you for that. Okay,
No
any
problem.
other thoughts before we move on from the U.S. rip currents? Any questions or concerns? Please leave them in
And
the chat.
also, another way that you can tell if there's a rip current, but if you see a red flag or maybe a double red flag.
Okay, thank
The
you.
red flag means you cannot swim at all. A red flag means that you can't swim, but you still can swim, but it's highly likely not to swim though.
Yeah. Any more
So
thoughts
Weather
or
Kingdom.
concerns on that?
Looking at chat, if somebody they saying the question, what are the chances of Florida them getting hit by the next storm? And we will talk about that a little bit later. Right now, we're working on the current storm.
Yeah, let's get back to Erin, and then we can move on to the next storm. Speaking of Erin, can you look at my screen because this is very interesting. So I'm looking at this site, and it shows I'm on mid-level shear, and it shows that hold on, let me go back 3 hours ago or 6 hours ago. You can see that before it was like getting pulled by the by this trough, this Canadian trough, and the outflow is completely exposed. It looks better 3 hours in, and it looks like the thing is detaching
Yeah, I'm
and the thing is
highlighting it.
closing.
So let me highlight it. Oh, you keep moving
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Let me keep.
Sorry.
So what he's saying is, from 6 hours ago, it was actually attached to the trough to the north here. This is a trough. You can easily tell by the way it's slanted. It did miss that trough, but there's another one coming from the United States. But it does start to detach here, and let's go take a look at the latest one, if you like to.
Now this is the part where it gets interesting.
3
It fully
hours.
detached from the trough.
So this is kind of fully detached. You could tell here we are detached from the trough to the north. So with it being detached, what's your guys' latest thinking on the flow that we are looking at?
I feel like it can get
West.
carried by the jet stream now, like moving closer towards North Carolina and getting pulled by the jet stream.
Yeah, I agree there. And anyone else likes to explain that?
I can yeah, I can. So basically, it's not really well presented here, but what we basically have is this ridge in the Atlantic, and right now it will start to steer Aaron kind of towards
I
the
have a
northwest or
question.
even west northwest for a little bit, and just in time. And this is the reason why we keep saying that there's not going to be a landfall, is because we do have the Canadian Atlantic Canada, my bad, trough, an Atlantic Canada trough
Does this
that will
help
kind of,
you?
yes. So that
Okay.
does, so
Yeah.
you obviously see that Atlantic ridge that Weather Kingdom is starting to highlight. But we will
Does
also have a Atlantic Canada trough, which is just east of Newfoundland, where he's highlighting. And what that will do is that will dig down and it will pick up Aaron. It will pick up Aaron and steer it out to sea. Now, when it does steer out to sea, like we've been talking about, that does not mean that there's going to be no impacts. There still will be impacts, because once again, it's going to be like a just-in-time thing. However, there is still some light kind of timing issues. Basically, how far west northwest does this get? Does it curve out early? Does the trough curve it early, or does it curve it late and we see a bit more impacts before it recurves? That's basically your main question. And also, like what Weather Kingdom highlighted, we also have a trough over the Great Lakes, And what that will do is I think it's the trough of the Great Lakes, but anyways, there's going to be a jet stream that will also kind of add energy to Erin, and that's why you see that kind of intensification that we're about to see, because we're leaving the wind shear, warm waters, and we're actually seeing some energy from the trough kind of add onto Erin, which will ultimately strengthen it. So that's your kind of steering current analysis right now. So
Yeah.
that's what's
Yeah,
steering
I
it.
agree with you on that. I think that's a very good explanation. We are at 40 watching. Let's get up to 20 likes. Also, to add on to what he's saying here is he is totally right. But I do think as of right now, we are going to be actually moving a little bit more on a westward track here. You can easily notice that because there is actually a little bit of a low level center just to the west of Erin. And what the flow is around Erin right now is this kind of northwest, even westward movement. And when we saw that westward movement earlier, that was because of this trough, this high pressure. So this is the high pressure over here that's helping to keep it from going too out. But then we also now have a low pressure here. So what the track is for the short term is to kind of move this in a west-northwest movement. But then, like he said, this trough that is dipping here will dip around, and this will actually dip the steering away here. So we're drawing that out. So if we take a look at the track here, what I think is going to happen is, let's make this a little bit bigger. This is how the atmosphere is. This is our weakness in the ridge, just right there. And what we see here, this is going to probably go a little bit west-northwest and then get slingshotted outwards like that. That's what the latest thinking is. But the question is, also, what about the timing? Does this actually go a little bit more west-northwest that we can get even a little bit closer impacts? I do not think this will make landfall. But who else wants to? Is there anything else that you guys want to explain here with the flow?
I would like to add on, but not with the flowing.
Okay.
That also the mid shear, the latest mid shear looks like it's almost completely closed its anticyclonic. Is that?
The shear, yes. So we take a look at the shear map. This is not the best shear map, but it's something to take a look at. So what he's kind of explaining is we do have a cyclonic flow. We are getting a little bit better and better. What that is pretty much is, you guys see these arrows. You guys might think this is actually shear, and it's a little bit of shear, but not really now, because we got actually it helping the storm. And probably in the next update this comes out, this will even look better. How this is not shear, it's actually breathing helping the storm, because if we look at the arrows where they are pointing here, this actually goes outwards from the storm on the southern side, the eastern side of the of Erin, and then we can even see that on the northern side, kind of coming out of here and actually going outwards. It still has some work to do on this side, but probably in the next kind of update, we'll start seeing some arrows coming out like that, or even a few more arrows like that, where it will help to breathe the storm. So we do have a pretty good cyclonic flow. Who else agrees here with me on that? Is there anything else you guys would like to add to that?
Since it broke off the trough, that means that
That was a pretty good analysis of the shear.
Pretty good analysis, yeah.
This is also
Whoever's
what I
talking,
wanted
I can't
to
really
show.
hear you.
Right.
you might see
Thunder?
you hear
you
me?
might see.
Okay, now I can hear you
Yes.
good. You guys are good.
Yeah, we might
Okay.
see some little bit more westward shift. That might increase the chances of hurricane gust winds, but which we don't want to see in North Carolina. But
By the way, we got the advisory, and Hurricane Erin has weakened slightly to a 100-mile-per-hour Category 2.
Okay, so let's actually take a look.
959 millibars.
We're going to actually take a look at that quickly here on the National Hurricane
Yeah.
Center. So this is the 1034 update. Yeah, we have weakened it down to 100 miles an hour. They still say it's north-northwest. I do think that will continue to change. It's quite interesting that they actually dropped this to 100. I do think this ain't updated. Let's take a look at the Recon. Recon did find about 960, but we did see some pretty strong...
It's making another pass.
Yeah, it is making another pass. We do see some very strong winds to the northern side. This is a very large wind field. Kind of moving northwest right now. We'll see on the latest pass if that becomes more of a west-northwest. That's what I'm trying to look for in my opinion. Does the next pressure come more like this? Because if it does and the new low is right here, then we notice we are starting to see that curvature. Because some of the models do show a west-northwest movement on that. Let's actually take a look at the satellite imagery while we're here. Let's take a second and look at that. So, wow, we got some interesting looking on Erin. Look at Erin. We are, right now it's a little weaker than last advisory, but I do think that is changing right now because do you guys see what I'm seeing? We have a very good center here actually. This is probably the center where I just marked. Let's actually turn this to blue. You can tell we do have we have a bit of an eye wall trying to develop on the northeastern side. I'm very interested if this convection continues to expand and we start to see a eye feature develop, because if we start seeing an eye feature, I do think millibar pressures will drop, and I do think we'll get stronger winds. When we take a look at the visibility here, let's take a look at this one.
Somebody asked in chat, what if it missed a trough again?
What was it?
Somebody asked in chat, what if it missed a trough again?
It won't.
It probably won't. It's pretty much set in at this point.
The Bermuda high is going to curve it right toward. It's gonna kind of aid the trough to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Any more questions you guys see in the chat? That you guys want to talk about?
Let me check if there's any more questions.
Can I point this out, by the way?
Yeah.
I'm sharing. This is the global tropics hazard outlook.
Wait, we're not there yet. Let's
we're
not
not?
talk.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Okay.
We're still talking about Erin because I do want to look at some of the models. Please.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so we can clearly see there's definitely a developing core. Actually, some of this is this lightning? Is this lightning?
If you go to the official GOES site, you can check lightning flash density.
Okay. So it looks like we do have a core building here. This is a very good website I like to use. Look at this beautiful outflow on the northern side here. This storm is breathing very well here. Do you guys also notice that?
Oh yeah, you're definitely seeing a lot of
A little bit limited on still the western side, but that should continue to get better here. This is how it looks, but we also see a very good banding features wrapping around into the center. We also see a good eye wall feature right here. So what's your guys' thoughts on the latest satellite here that have pop up on the EVIS of the satellite imagery?
not just
basically what you
moving
said.
west, north, west, but that could be just a satellite.
Yeah, it
Yeah, we're
could
gonna have to
also
wait for the
be.
latest scans on satellite. I feel like people shouldn't underestimate the effects of Erin. Thought it's far out to sea. The eye, the reach of is wide. Yeah, the reach of it is wide. We're actually gonna be taking a look at that in the models and be taking a look at the Carolinas and stuff in just a moment. Erin has sustained winds as of 100 miles an hour. Okay,
Mhm.
this storm is going further east than expected. No, it's actually not. It's kind of on par right now. It could actually go a little bit more west of the track, in my opinion, if this does start to make a dramatic westward turn. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Also, technically, National Area for forecasting a major again. Uh, any questions, you
Okay,
guys? Yeah.
I
okay.
just go
And I was
first.
a viewer, and I typed in the chat. Okay. What would the impacts would be if it has shifted in between 150 miles west?
Okay. So this is a pretty good satellite imagery. I like looking at this one, in my opinion. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Do you guys like it too?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's the
I
National
Also,
Hurricane. Yeah.
You go. I was
I
just
do.
about to say that according to I'm looking at Windy, and it looks like around uh 230Z. It looks like a lot of lightning just happened, but then it just kind of stopped with this lightning.
Yeah, we can actually take a look at that on weather.nerds. And yeah, there's actually a lot of lightning. As we're taking a look here, this is very interesting. We look at the lightning here on weather.nerds, and we do see that in this latest few frames here. A lot of lightning on the eye wall feature that's trying to develop. So I do think
Which
that's
is
an
really bad.
yeah, that does mean this could be trying to intensify again. We'll just have to wait on the latest pass of Recon. So if you guys have any updates on the Recon, please let me know. And
I
actually,
do.
I do too. They are actually heading right now right into the center. We're gonna see how this looks here. We're gonna see
I
if
just think
the movement on this
gone. Sorry.
also. And what do you think?
I just think that it's a little interesting how they're already getting like Charles Storm to hurricane force just in the outer bands um of the storm. I know it's on the north side, but and there's a lot of stuff going on, but still, it is a little interesting to see that, right?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think that's a little bit interesting.
I also have a recon update. And
Okay.
you can check this out, Weather Kingdom, but on Tropical Tidbits with the recon site, if you click the that kind of like data plot, if you let I think it's called the aircraft data time series thing, we actually do have evidence of 110 knots that have been found at flight level. And using the
Yeah.
reduction method, that would be 114 miles per hour sustained at the surface.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. I would like to see how the path goes. That was a little bit farther out from the eye wall. I like to see what they do find in the latest here with the
Okay, I'm gonna be paying attention to the Jobson and the
Recon. Yeah. So I want to
passes.
take a look at the models here. Let's go into Western
Most
Atlantic.
of the malls looks like it shows it curving right out to sea.
Yeah, I just want to look at it for the impacts and what we can be
Yeah.
expecting. So this is your latest GFS as of 8 o'clock. So around 2 a.m. we if we go in the next 6 hours, you can actually see a west-northwest jog here that's pretty
Right.
big. And we also see some strengthening in that part around 2 a.m. So I do think we should be starting to see that west-northwest jog. That's why I'm really interested on the Recon's positioning. But then we go into about 8 a.m. tomorrow, and this actually does continue to strengthen, but now we're going back to the northwest movement. Also, the wind field continues to grow. But then you can actually see this tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. This actually intensifies back to a 950 millibar on the GFS. We'll have to see if it's a little bit faster in strength or not. But it's just very interesting to me what we are seeing. Also, if once again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe and share. We are at 40 watching. Let's try and get up to 100 watching. Okay, everyone, stop interacting with Chronicle. He's dead. Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the way, Weatherkin, if you need me to be a mod for the chat, I would do that.
Yeah, I just don't know how to make you a mod.
Yeah, I have
Right.
no idea.
Recon has been very successful because it has punctured the eye 2 times in a row.
Yeah. All right. So let's keep going here. We're gonna be here I'm gonna be here at least. I don't know about all you guys, but I'm gonna be here probably until like 12 o'clock. Maybe even 1 o'clock. We'll just have to wait and see how Erin continues to look on satellite, because I wouldn't mind talking to you guys and we just be discussion on Erin, on the movement and stuff. I wouldn't mind doing that. But then let's keep looking at GFS here. We go in from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow, and this actually does strengthen to a 945. So it's very interesting. And then by tomorrow around 8 p.m., 24 hours from now, this does become once again almost a strong category 3, even near a 4. That's pretty interesting that the GFS shows that, but it does show that northeast movement actually at this time. It starts to go north and away from the East Coast. And then this actually strengthens even further to a 942. At this point, we have at least a Category 4 hurricane on the GFS. You can tell we do have some outer bands along the East Coast here on the GFS. So probably some gusty winds up to 20 to 40 miles an hour with maybe some gusts up to 45 at most. Also, some little rain bands, maybe a half an inch to an inch of rain out of those rain bands. So that's pretty interesting. Also, let's keep taking a look here. Then we can actually see this kind of strengthen even further and go farther away from the East Coast. We're at a 941 and then even 939 here. That's very interesting. And then it actually starts weakening. So the strongest is actually by 2 p.m. on Wednesday, right? Yeah, no, Thursday. Thursday here. Thursday night. Thursday afternoon, we are at a 939. This is going to be very interesting, and then we start to weaken, and then that goes out on the GFS. So why does this look like it could strengthen a little bit is when we take a look at the 200 millibar winds, you can see that right now there's a little bit of limited on the western side. And I did show that in the latest stat, but then we actually start seeing some cyclonic flow coming out of here. On the northern side, even a bit on the eastern side here. Look at all this cyclonic flow, even the southern side, but it's a little bit limited on the southwestern side here. And what I meant that was eastern. But as we go on a little bit in the next couple times, we get even into a better environment where we are breathing on almost all quadrants here. A very good cyclonic flow. There's really no wind shear here. Look at that. You see that very good cyclonic flow coming out of this system, and that's probably the reason why this does start to strengthen a bit, because there's not really any more shear on this. And we do see that continuing as we get all the way up here, and then this will eventually start getting shear as we get into 2 a.m. on Thursday or Friday.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
You may want to look at my screen.
Yeah, let me take a look at that.
Why is the plane going a different direction?
They're probably not. They're probably noticing, it's probably where the low level center is. So maybe they were thinking it's actually going to go right here,
West.
but maybe it's a little bit more west like that. So they're probably noticing that it's starting to make that turn to the west. But we'll
That's
have to
bad.
wait. Well, yeah, but I'm kind of expecting it, to be honest with you. I just want to see how long it does and how west it does go, because the kind of the National Hurricane Center doesn't really. I mean, it does, but let's say this goes a little bit more west than the cone. This could be very interesting. Also, another update is they do have it becoming a major on 8 a.m. Thursday. So they do indicate some strengthening coming up. So that's very interesting. Also, the latest models here do have almost actually category 4. We have a pretty solid amount here that it does strengthen back into a 3. But we even have some that gets into a stronger 3. So that's pretty interesting to me. Also, when we were taking a look at the models on this. What's your guys' thoughts on that before I keep going with the models?
I think it's possible.
So this is
I'm
the
not saying that it's likely. I could say that it's possible.
yeah. All right. So we take a look at the European 18Z, and let's get into the right time. So this is about 8 p.m. This is about 11 p.m. where we're at. Does show about a 958 actually on the euro. That's pretty interesting because we are actually around 958 millibars, or we're actually at 958 millibars currently. We do see in the next, by 2 a.m., we do drop to 954 here. And we actually see this continuing to move that west-northwest pace. So you see how we start moving that west-northwest all the way up into the morning. And then probably by the morning, we start turning into the more north movement. Also, we do notice by 8 a.m. tomorrow, this is back to a 949, 948, 947, 946, 948 again, 950. And then we actually start gradually keeping this around. This is a little bit farther off the East Coast. We'll have to wait and see if that does verify actually pretty significantly. So I'm not too confident on the euro right now because it's moving pretty dramatically. Also, this is a little bit overhyped here on the icon, but icon does show it going back into the 930s and 920s that I do not agree with here. But it's something to look at, that we do see a little bit of a west-northwest jog. So now my next thing is, how far west-northwest does this movement go? Does it go a little bit more than expected? Because we saw that here when we were supposed to turn a little bit early northern than Puerto Rico. So that's a bit of interesting there. Also, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. All right, let me do this here. If you guys can let's get 40 more subscribers. If we can get up to 650 subscribers by 1 in the morning, I will stay on into 2 in the morning. If we can get close to 650 subscribers. So we'll do that. So there's just that little thing. But let's keep going on with the tropics. But yes, if we hit by 1 in the morning, 650 subscribers, I'll stay on for another 30 minutes to about 1:30 in the morning. And if we can hit 700 subscribers, I'll stay on into 2:30 in the morning. So let's smash that like button. Let's share. Let's add more people. Let's get more of this storm like we had in other streams. But any thoughts on the west-northwest movement, you guys, that the models do show as of right now?
I do have something.
Yeah, is Recon in?
Is this no, it's not.
Okay.
Is this like a feeder, or what is this? I see like a little
That's actually,
pocket here.
yeah, what I'm noticing here on this, what I think is here, this is kind of the low level center right here, I just marked on the screen. And we kind of have convection trying to wrap around here. So my interesting is, as this convection continues, do we start seeing warming near the eye, and do we start seeing an eye again? Because if we do, that would be meaning some more
Sorry.
intensification. So that's why I'm kind of waiting on Recon right now to verify that. You guys?
Sorry, that I moved.
No, you're good.
I was just kind of wanting to show this outflow that's approaching. You see that?
Yeah, it's
Like
definitely
the clouds are
looking
receding.
pretty good. I want to take a
And there's
look
also
at the
new
API here. Yeah, let's do the latest. I want to just take a look at that on this image because we could probably get a little bit better of an understanding. So,
It has a really big shrimp look. It has
yeah,
a
it's starting
really
to get
good
that shrimp look. So, yeah, we continue to see that. There's the eye wall right here. Where's that feeder band is? Very interesting. We'll have to wait and see on how Recon comes back, if it comes back stronger with a lower pressure. Because if we do start to see lowering pressures, this is likely intensifying. Also, let's take a look at the visible. It really does look very well pronounced as a hurricane right now. Much better than this morning, because if I showed you guys, actually I did, when you guys saw it in the stream this morning, yeah, this was pretty destroyed. Or did I stream this morning? I forget. I don't think I did,
don't know.
actually. But you can tell we do have more of a CDO developing. We also have a low-level center here. That's where, excuse me, where we'll say, and then we can kind of see that movement, that circulation around the center. So I do think we do have a pretty well-defined core coming up. So if we do we still have any new microwave imagery, you guys? Any new microwave imagery?
Let me check.
Okay.
I can,
No.
yeah, let me.
No.
Okay.
No,
Thank
I
you
don't
for-
think so. I'm looking on Cyclonic WX. If anyone else likes to check, they can. By the way, I just want to mention that it's looking like it's putting out a new like it's trying to if you look at my screen you could see
I
what
am
I'm
looking at it
trying
right
to
now.
say.
We
There's like
do have
another
new
level of
microwave.
outflow right here. You see it?
Yeah, it's starting to get it's starting to get a little bit better on the outflow on that side.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like
And
we have
this
a
part's recovering.
yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on the satellite imagery right now?
We do have new
Looking-
microwave.
We do?
Oh, we do?
I sent it in
Ooh.
the like the voice chat thing.
Okay, one moment.
By the way, it's looking very shrimpy.
Okay, what's this? Okay, I do not need this.
So,
Let's go out of this. Let's look at the general chat, open chat here. So we actually do. This is very interesting. We definitely do have an eye developing here on the latest microwave imagery. You guys, let's look at that. So this is very interesting. What's your guys' thoughts on this? Because this is actually pretty legit.
it looks like a small eye. It looks very small.
It's actually pretty decent. There's some of the feeder bands as we are taking a look. I'm taking a look at the underneath the hood. This is like looking at underneath the hood of a car. I like to explain this. But we do see here a low level center. Probably right there. And actually very interesting on the this is actually very brand new. Because when I was looking at the satellite, you guys, we noticed on the eastern side the eye wall was stronger, and the microwave imagery actually does confirm that here.
I
Right
think it
here.
hit the eye. I think it hit the eye.
Okay, we'll take a look at that in one moment. Look at that. This is not a full eye wall, but we are starting to see an eye wall develop on underneath the hood here. This is a pretty strong, actually. It's definitely beginning to get stronger. Maybe the northwestern part of the eye wall needs to strengthen, but this is definitely going to produce an eye at this rate. Also, I want to take a look at the positioning of that. If you guys can look at the positioning, where's the positioning on this? So it's about 73 south of 28. So if we take a look at that and look at the satellite imagery, that's I kind of want to compare these two and kind of give you guys a form of that. So yeah, it's pretty much where I exactly said. Let's take a look at the satellite here. We have both screens pop up here. Oh, whoa, new updates. Yep, there's an eye trying to develop. This has escalated quickly. Look at the depia here. Depia is starting to show warming in the center. Look at the latest frames here. Look at that. Look at this. It's definitely starting to warm. Some signs of an eye trying to appear. And it's actually right there. So if we take a look here, this is the eye right here. And this is where we are looking at. So it's about right here where the eye is also. And then you can kind of see this. Look at the identical of underneath the hood and the satellite imagery. So we are starting to see an eye feature try and develop. And if we do see an eye feature try and develop, this could actually form an eye and take off pretty quickly here. What's your guys' latest thoughts on the satellite imagery?
Interesting.
And underneath the hood. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. We have...
But anyway, it got the wind change because it hit the eye. I want to take a...
Well, we'll take a look at this. I have Recon here. Okay, very interesting. So Recon does indicate that this is still moving northwest. Maybe it's a little bit more to the west. Just a tad bit, but it's still kind of moving west-northwest here. This is where they found the low level, the pressure. This is the first one, this is the second one, and then now this one. So it looks like we're still moving northwest. We'll have to see if this becomes more of a westward movement. But I really wanted to look at that on that. Here.
I wish they did Jobson. They didn't. I don't think they
you have to give it a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
Also, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. We're still at 620 subscribers. You guys have about 53 minutes to hit 650 subscribers if you guys want me to stay on to 1:30 in the morning. I'm a meteorologist, but I've learned so much on these streams, so it's very interesting. Oh, thank you. Surprise, surprise, Northwest. Erin has been interesting. We have actually hit 30 likes. Our next goal is to hit 40 likes. So if you haven't hit the like button, I suggest you guys doing that. That helps to share on the algorithm to add more people here on the streams. We are doing still pretty good tonight on the stream. Let's try and get it higher.
Can I show you this?
Yeah, just one moment. Let me get to your screen.
I'm just gonna loop this. This is war vapor.
Oh, okay. This is interesting. Let's take a look at that. We don't need the chat anymore.
Look at how
wow.
moist these outer.
This is very interesting. This is very good to look at.
Yeah. And it's combining the dry air right here.
You can really see an eye wall wrapping around that northeastern. Oh, yeah. Keep it on there. Wait. We can actually take a look at this. This is very interesting. So where I'm noticing there's a little bit of warming is right in here. That could be the beginning because the eye wall is just to the north of that. There it is. You see how it's circling back here? That could...
Right here.
Yeah. We're going to have
I
to
see
see
it.
how
I
that...
actually see it.
We can
It's right
actually...
here.
We'll have to continue to watch that on Dapia, you guys. But this is the water vapor, and it's no dry air. The only dry air is over the Bahamas, but this is pretty far out. And now we're starting to notice even some outflow on that side. So that's going to help to breathe and push away that dry air. So that's pretty interesting what we are seeing here. Thank you for showing that.
Here's Dvorak if you want to take a look.
Not right now. The Dvorak is...
Okay.
But
Let me
thank you.
just kind of... Oh, no.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm just
I would like
kind
to
of
keep an eye on this
okay.
because this could be major developments on satellite imagery here. We're at 31 likes. Let's get up higher. Still moving. Yes, with movement and isn't encouraged. Low. Okay. We have started to see that eye feature. This is pretty interesting right here. There's probably going to be a popping out eye in the next couple hours here that I'm going to like to keep watching here on the stream. Very interesting. It definitely looks like an eye is developing, actually. Right here, you guys. Look at that. I'll say an eye is developing right there. Look at that. It's very... It's hard to see, but if you zoom out, it's really not that hard to see. You look at
by the way, I'm looking at this shortwave IR. You can see half of a CDO. You see that bright blue?
Yeah, what he's talking about, you guys, is this CDO right here. Look at that. Does anyone else want to speak? If you guys haven't got to speak, like Charlie?
I've just been watching, and yeah, I do agree that CDO is definitely trying to expand. I think it needs to expand a little bit more southwards to get a true circular CDO. Then we can be off to the races for intensification, more intensification.
All right, I really appreciate that.
Am I allowed to play this? Am I allowed to play this?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, if you guys want to look in the chat and answer any questions, I know Justin was doing that. He's not here tonight on the stream, but you can't be here all the time. Weather Omega. Does anyone have Weather Omega? Apparently, Weather Omega.
Yeah, it's Radar Omega.
Yeah, Radar
I can,
Omega.
I can share my screen if you want me to.
Yeah, can you please do that? Because Giant says Radar Omega shows the eye trying to develop. So if you have Weather Omega, can you actually show that, please?
Yeah, I'll pull that up.
All right, thank you. Also, everybody, I do have a very good question. How is the stream going? Is there any issues with the stream at all? Like we were having before? Let me get out of this stream. Let's go watch. Oh, okay.
Let me turn off Recon. Let me turn off Recon.
Yeah, no rush.
There we go.
So, yeah, it does show the eye. It's very interesting. We're actually, if that is an eye, we're actually pretty far. If that's the eye here, that's actually a little bit away from the National Hurricane Center. I think what's gonna happen here, I'm very interested on tonight. Does this kind of retrogrades back over here? Because the models do show that throughout tonight. So I'm very interesting. People are saying, none, audio, video is good, crazy, because we have no disruptions. Yeah, that's good. You guys are enjoying it. You're welcome. No problem. But yeah, it does show like an eye feature. So if that eye can actually clear out, and the Recon can stay in here, we're gonna notice some strengthening. I'm very interested on we do got a new drop son. It's drop son 12 of the eye.
Hmm?
Okay, very interesting. The drop son is here. What's your guys thinking on the drop son? Because we are actually at 959 millibars. So is that better
It still
than
looks very tilted. It still looks pretty tilted.
if we take a look at the last here, it actually showed a 960. So the latest pass actually shows a 959 at the surface.
Yeah.
So maybe some gradual strengthening. Is it still tilted? I don't know how to read these. Do you guys want to share your screen and kind of explain what you
I'm
guys mean
sharing
by
mine.
tilted? Yeah, I want you
well-
to explain that
Well,
drop
I can't
sound.
really explain.
Who's sharing it?
I've
Oh.
kind of been sharing.
Okay.
But anyone else, you could look at my screen and
Yeah.
someone could explain.
Yeah, I'm not too good at this. I'm still trying to understand what we mean by these graphs here. But it's a little bit tilted at the surface. I would say this is... What are these two?
Mhm.
Okay. Probably because this is not aligned fully. These two.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree?
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, no
To
problem.
the stream.
Yeah.
To the stream. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why we're saying tilt, is because if this storm is tilted, like it's kind of like almost slanted, then that means that the storm is dealing with some vertical wind shear, which will kind of disrupt the storm. So basically, I'm going to take a screenshot to show you as like an example. So basically here, for example, if the storm is like this, then the storm's healthy because there's no vertical wind shear. But if it's like, say, like this, then the storm is dealing with vertical wind shear. Basically, it tilts the storm and flattens it out.
Yeah, I think that's a very good explanation of it. I'm
Okay.
taking a look at the latest here. Huh, interesting. It looks like we could be trying to develop an eye wall feature here. I'm very interested on it.
Interesting. At 959 millibars right here, it shows
Yeah.
that the temperature is 28 Celsius.
Huh. So warmer or no, colder?
I mean, the storm has what? What's the Celsius bands? -82.
Interesting. So it's not
So
too
it could be warmer.
warming. Yeah. A little
Weather
bit warm.
Kingdom also in the voice chat thing. I sent the Tail Doppler radar.
Ooh,
I
let's
think
take a look at that.
23Z.
Okay, I'd like to take a look at that here in just a moment. Are you done on explaining yourself on that?
Yeah.
Okay. No, let's keep Discord. Almost just exit Discord. That would have been bad.
Don't want to do that.
How do I get into the chat again? Oh. So we take a look at okay. This is interesting. So this is what they are seeing here. This is that latest radar. So we see on radar, we do notice there is an eye feature. Let me fix that. Huh. What color is good for this? Black. So we do notice there is still improvement to go on, but we do notice there is a bit of an eye right here, and it's pretty interesting. there's your eye. There's an eye wall to the east, and then a little bit to the south. It's not a well-defined radar, but it's not. It's a little hard to tell on the radar. But this is what they got. There is an eye on radar here on their scan, so that's pretty interesting. What's your guys' latest thoughts on that? What I am sharing?
I think it is interesting that there is this is flight level, right? The barbs.
Yeah, that is flight level.
I'm noticing that the barbs on the east side, like the due east side of the eye, are like 105 knot flight level, and like 100 knot flight level. So, wonder what could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. We did gain a subscriber. We're at 621 subscribers. So thank you for that. Our goal is to 700, but the goal before 12 o'clock is 650 subscribers. If you guys would like for me to stay on longer here. Let's go into, okay, very good. So let's go look at the DPI. I'm very interested. I like looking at the satellite in these little case scenarios because every frame actually kind of tells you a new story on what's going on in the center. Interesting. It still shows that eye wall feature. Wow, thank you, Rainbow. I thank you for the comment. These guys tell so much more and more accurate than the mainstream weather news. I hope they keep going and grow their education and channels. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Can you stay
Yeah,
24 hours straight? No. If you guys want me to stay 24 hours straight, we will have to hit 1,000 subscribers for that. So, yeah. Yeah, Erin is 506 miles across. I would like for you to be healthy. If you get rest, you'll thinking better too. When is your next stream? The time when folks really need your help. Yeah, no problem. I Weather Crew and Giants. Yep. Thank you. I really appreciate for the comments. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. The eye looks like it's going west. Yeah, that could just because it's the convection. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if this is an eye here. I don't fully know. But we'll have to see if that does warm because that could actually be a westward jog. We just don't know. What's your thinking on that?
I think the eye is a bit more south than that by looking at it, but I could be wrong because I think that those convective towers will kind of curve over that. But that's my current thinking. Once again, I might be wrong on that analysis.
No, yeah, that I do agree.
Weather Kingdom?
Yeah.
You might want to take a look at my screen.
Yeah,
I
one
don't
moment.
know if you could see that
Whoa.
right here.
That's
see that
very
little dot
bright.
right there?
That's very bright. I really can't.
Here, there's like a little dot right here in
Do you
that
see that?
area.
Huh. Probably better on yours. We'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Hold on. I'm just. Here's the CDO, by the way.
Yep, that is a CDO that's continuing to get better organized. on the
Mhm.
stream. I really appreciate that.
Um, it's like that right there, where you see where my red dot is?
Yeah. That's
And then I take it off. You see it?
interesting. That's interesting. We'll
It's
have to
right
keep
here.
seeing. It's yeah, a little bit. We'll have to keep watching it. Let me know if that gets more better pronounced on that. Let's look at the latest.
Oh wow, wow. Yeah.
What's your guys' thoughts on this? Do you guys think we are starting to see some strengthening here?
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty good core here. That could be an eye trying to develop back on Erin. We'll have to wait and see.
I think you could see it clear. I think you could see it better. Well, not better, but like compared to like last frame.
Yeah, there is still some lightning in the eye wall. Huh.
I'm gonna wait for the center to get better or like, less bright.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Recon. Any update on Recon? Nope. Let's take a look at the latest NAM because I want to see. I'm looking at it more for movement. We're at 9:55 on here as of 11 p.m. Interesting. We're actually at 9:58 or 9:59. We're also going to be going live tomorrow morning. The goal is to go live around 7. I'm going to try and to go live around 7 in the morning. So if you guys are here right now, mark it 7 in the morning. We are going live, weather crew. We are
Okay.
going live, Weather Kingdom.
What's this right here?
Just
You see this like band right here? Is that a feeder?
I'm not looking at your screen. Just one moment. Where?
Oh, you see by Freeport?
I don't know where that is. What?
Right here. Here, let me just highlight and then play.
Oh, I don't think that's a feeder. That's just. I don't think that's a
That's just
feeder.
convection.
Oh,
That's no convection.
don't want my screen. There we go.
I wouldn't say that's a feeder, really.
Okay.
But we'll have
Looked
to.
like it.
It did, but it's more probably outflow and thunderstorms.
It's so big. It's still big.
Yeah. Also very interesting, from 11 o'clock on the NAM to 2 in the morning, we also notice a west-northwest shift. Look at that. You see that, what the GFS shows? And then it even gets more aggressive, also while it strengthens even more west by 5 in the morning. So I'm very interesting if that is a jog that's starting, and then by 8 in the morning, it slows down and we start moving north, but then it jogs to the west again. At this point, we're at a 9:43. Very interesting. I'd take it with a grain of salt, but looks like this could definitely get back into major hurricane status, maybe even strong major hurricane status, back to a strong category 3 or 4. Because then you can see the NAM showing a 941 millibars. And then even in 939, that's the second model. And then we start to see that move out. So that's something on the NAM that I like to keep a watch out on. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
No, I wouldn't trust the name 3K.
I'm not looking at the NAM 3K. Interesting on the her here.
I'm looking. Wow, the ECMWF 18. Wait, are we in 18Z?
I already looked at 18Z. I'm not
We
too.
are
I'm
okay,
not really looking at that because it had a massive shift, and it's kind of inconsistent as of right now.
but ECMWF.
Look at the
Wow.
latest HERF, you guys. It does show an eye in the in the morning. This is by 2 a.m. It does show an eye on the HERF. And then we see a pretty well-defined eye, also a massive growth. And we actually see an eye continuing. And this one, it's a little bit...
Ooh,
Look at that.
North Carolina.
Look how big the storm does get. Even some banding there. It probably won't show it if I go on... Actually, it does a little bit. It shows the outer bands here. It does show some strengthening here also to a 941 on the HERF. So we do see some strengthening. We are in a period of strengthening, and we'll have to see how the storm does take those conditions that we are looking at. Let's take a look at the halves. Let's go take a look at the satellite. I like looking at satellite. Look at that. Rides up, and then boom, it becomes extra tropical. Let's take a quick look at the API again. I like taking a look when we have eye features like this because things can change in a frame. We're at 34.5 likes. Let's go up to 45 likes. Also, we got 46 people watching. Let's get this up. Let's get up to 50 people watching. All right. Let's share and like. Huh, interesting here. The eye wall feature kind of died away. But we are I don't know. It looks like that could be an interesting because we are now starting to see this here moving like this. That, I don't know. I don't know. That's what
Honestly,
maybe that's an eye
tell.
wall, an eye feature. Because then we can see the convection kind of coming out of there. What
Well,
the...
but then that means if it's going west, then the convection is probably pushing the eye.
It could be.
If the eye is right there. Remember,
We'll have
don't
to.
forget, there is something called, what's it called again? It seems like something's happening on IR, but it's not actually.
Microwave. Oh, I mean, satellite manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they can give you some false. It may look like usually satellite manipulation is, for tropical cyclones, the convective evolution of the thunderstorms may look like a center is moving, one direction when it's really moving another direction. That's really what a satellite manipulation type thing is.
Yeah, thank you for that. Icon's running, and I don't want to look at it for strength. I'm kind of looking at it for track, and you can see by 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. we also see a massive westward push, and then we start seeing that northwest movement, and then that north, and it also shows a 933, weaker than the last run, getting more realistic again, but just something very interesting about that northwest movement. Question is for me is, does the models think it curves too quick? And does it go a little bit more west than expected? That's where I like to look at that because this storm has tried and moved west as most as possible. So that to me that's a little bit interesting. What's you guys thinking on that? We have 47 people watching. We are gaining views again. Let's get up to 50 watching. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe. We're at 36 likes. Let's hit 40 likes. Let's do it. Let's go, everybody. Add your friends and family. Let's go. So this is interesting on... That's interesting. I like to keep taking
Send something in VC chat.
Yeah, I'll show. Oh, I see.
I put question mark because I I don't actually know. You
We'll
can
have
kind
to
of see like a
see.
little.
I would like to see
Yeah.
further frames to come in, but
Mhm.
we'll have to wait and see.
By the way, the latest Euro mall has actually shifted
Yeah,
east.
I noticed that. I'm not too confident about that.
Okay.
People are saying it's beginning to look like it's moving westward. It definitely could be because all the models are saying.
We just can't tell.
Yeah, we'll have to keep
Right.
watching that. But let's keep
Outflow
going.
is
Do you
looking
guys
really
want me
well.
to take anything in particular? It's trying to clear a form of eye. Less dryers now too. Yep, that convection's moving westward. So it looks like we could start to see a westward push. I'm very interested on Recon. Do we have any more? No, we don't. We got no more Recon besides this one. That's lovely.
Unfortunate.
Huh, wait. Did we look at this?
Yeah, we did. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's shift. Wow.
Did the shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intense.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Cat
Now it looks
4.
like category
That's a
4 is
4.
back on the table. Maybe I was in the wrong. I don't know. But we do see strengthening. Also, let's take a look at the peak strength. In the next 36 hours is peak strength, you guys. Oh, sorry about that. This is interesting. So we got about 36 hours for this to re-intensify, according to all the models. And then we start seeing a gradual weakening because it's probably getting into shear. So we got about 24 to 36 hours for Erin to intensify again. I don't think we're going to see any extreme rapid intensification, but I do think we're going to see some pretty quick intensification, especially if an eye develops. Also, what's your guys' thoughts on this? As we got quite a lot into now strong category 3, even nearing category 4 status, especially a few of them hitting category 4.
I would like to highlight something. On the latest IR.
Your screen
No,
is...
not that.
Oh.
Look at mine.
Yeah.
You can see like there's like a little flare up.
Huh, that's
south.
interesting. We like to look at all these details because it's very important. So what I can see from there is convection's blowing up like this out of that feeder band.
Yeah.
Also, we're seeing convection moving like this. And then we can kind of see this kind of going like this. So that gets me questioning if there's an eye moving, getting westward push right now. What's your guys thinking on that? What we have popped up there? Any thoughts? Or is that
Can't
just
tell.
convection?
Possibly convection.
All right.
It looks like it's concentrating all the convection in this area.
Yeah, there's probably... Very interesting. Wow, that's a pretty interesting. This is a interesting. So we actually had a hurricane force. Okay, so we have tropical storm force winds around the core. But then in the outer bands, we got category 2 winds. He's probably meaning this as a joke because we definitely have more hurricane force winds there, but just something to keep an eye. I don't know how to make sense of that. Thank you, Delta, for that. If you like to join the stream, feel free. I know you said you're going to be busy tonight, but if you have a minute and give your opinion on this, I'll like your opinion. Also, we got 50 now consistent people watching. We're 2 likes away from 40. Let's hit it, you guys. Also, you guys have about 20 minutes for us to hit 650 subscribers. Who wants me to give you guys a chance, another chance? Comment down below.
This is interesting. Even this is showing like our truth. Like where it's showing like what we've been saying the entire time where the eye was. It is right there. You're getting 959
I can't
millibars
see your
right here.
screen quickly.
Oh.
Let me join it. All right, now I am. Huh, we are. That is, wait.
I just kind of put this to the side.
1 second. Let me look at that. Wait, put that.
This is the latest.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Huh.
So it looks like the eye is near 73 west and around maybe like
A tad north than
27
28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Do you have any more updates coming in? As of right now, anyone?
No, not at the moment.
Here's the job sim, but I know we kind of care about the eye one.
Interesting. Yeah, they did see 959. They confirmed that 959 pressure. So
They
that's
have it 958.4.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting data.
Remember, this is minimum estimated drop zone pressure.
Interesting. Let me take a quick look at that. Anyone else wants to share their screen and talk a little bit about anything in particular?
By the way, I'm willing to show you the tropical cyclone forecast.
Yeah, we could take a look at that.
We can do it right now.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time. Thank you for waiting.
Okay. So here's the global tropical.
People are
Tropics
asking for
hazard
another
outlook.
chance. Alright, we got 51 people watching. We're slowly but gaining our people again. Probably people are coming out of work. I can see pressure dropping. Makes sense. Yep. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll give you guys another chance. We'll give it into... it's already 12. Huh. Let's do it into 1 in the morning. You guys have an hour and 20 minutes for us to hit 650 subscribers.
So, so what this means is that it's down here. This means that in the stripe area, it's a 20%. It's a, was that less than or greater? It's a greater than, right? Greater than 20%.
Yeah.
And right now I think we're in week 2. So we have 3 areas of greater than 20% chances. That doesn't mean that it will happen. These are chances that it could happen.
What's one thing that actually gets me, sorry to interrupt. Something that gets me very interested is the Gulf of Mexico for the September 3rd to September 9th, because there's been some indications in the long run that there could be a tropical wave that goes in that area, and the monsoon, what Central American gyre could be starting up. And we actually had,
I think.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, keep going. What would you like to say?
I was saying that could be, if I'm correct, 99L. It could be 99L.
Could.
Because it's a low rider. We'll take a look at it in a sec, but I just want to finish this. And week 3, as he mentioned, there are 4 20% minimum formation chances, and interestingly, a greater than 40% chance formation chance in the Eastern Pacific, which is something to highlight. We also have 2 of them in the Atlantic, possibly a continuation of this one, right?
Yeah.
Could be.
What? Yeah, probably, a bit, yeah. A continue, yeah. And no,
No.
maybe. I don't know. But
Alright,
by September 9th, that's a very interesting look at that.
Yeah. Can we talk about 99L, because that could be a pretty hot topic?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a look at 99L while we are here.
Yes. So 99L. So this is 99L right here. Right now it's a 30-30 with 35 miles an hour and 10-11 millibars. Honestly, this thing looks really good, but it is gonna be encountering some dry air, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Um, before we streamed, Delta was in here. He said that it could go into another hibernation phase, kind of like what Erin did. Hopefully not as intense as
David
Erin's,
Slothhauer's on the
but-
channel. Hey, David.
Wait, what?
David is on. Wow. Hello,
nice.
David. How are you? You guys keep. Yeah. Hey, David.
And it looks like the cone is going southwards. And this is, and it already has really good outflow, as you can see here in these previous frames. And it has really good circulation.
Hey, David. Thank you. I hope everything's going well for you, David. I wish you the best on your channel. You're an awesome person. I like watching your video.
So what do you guys think of 99L right now?
Right now we'll have to continue to wait and watch. In my opinion, I don't think it's really gonna develop because it's gonna encounter some unfavorable conditions. But it's something to watch. Regardless, I don't think this is gonna get to the Atlantic anytime soon, if it even does survive the dry air. Yeah, no problem, David. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
I'm just gonna take off storm track. It looks like I see kind of like a center. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing right here.
I do not see a center. It's too
It
or
looks tilted, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what? It does look tilted.
when you take more of a look at it. Interesting. What about the other
Dreaming is a
wave? That
dreaming is-
60% wave. Take a look at that. Oh, that thing is
It's not
doing too
It's
well.
not doing well.
It could survive. We just don't know fully.
I wish this was invested so I could take a look at if it's encountering some dry air.
Well, you can look at the Saharan air layer on Sims.
Okay.
Yeah, David say that he doesn't think those waves will do too much. I agree. Just a little bit unfavorable conditions, but something to take a look at. Thank you, David, for your analysis. If you want to give your guys' analysis in the chat, no problem. I'm fine with that.
Where can I find it, by the way? Where can I find
If you click the home button, And if you hover over the like the Atlantic, like the Eastern Atlantic,
This one?
no, at the bottom,
Oh, this
or
one?
the regional, to the right. You see where it
Oh,
says
this?
Saharan air layer analysis?
Saharan,
Uh,
yeah, layer.
oh,
On the,
yes, yeah.
yep, right there.
Then click the first one on the right.
Nice seeing everyone. We're almost at 60 views. We are definitely getting up there. Let's hit 50 likes. Let's keep adding people. And let's subscribe. We're at 622 subscribers. If we can hit 650 subscribers by 1 in the morning, I'll stay on into 2 in the morning. So please like and subscribe. Let's share this, people. And let's keep the stream going.
Interesting. It looks like the shear is mainly, by the way, to highlight, Erin has literally no dry air in
Dryer. Look
it.
at that. At least Saharan dust. This is more for Saharan dust than dryer.
Oh yeah, it's Saharan.
So there's like
My
no
bad.
Saharan dust around Erin here.
Yeah.
Very good looking storm though. Look at that beauty.
But if we're taking a look over here, there's a lot of dust from the Lesser Antilles, and back all the way up here, which is kind of trapping these two. This is the 60% AOI, and here's 99 L. So 99L is encountering some dry air, and I don't even know where the center of this thing is, because it looks so degraded.
Yeah, very interesting. Any more thoughts on that before we take a look at Erin again? Or do you have more things to say?
It looks like this area has maybe low to marginal amounts of Saharan dust. Yeah, so if any storm kind of crosses into it and like holds its intensity while flying through it, kind of like what Erin did.
Do you
right?
know how to full screen it?
No, what? No.
Yeah, I stopped streaming.
Oh wait, no, Erin went through shear, never mind. But if it kind of just plowed its way through the dryer, like if it opened up, there's nothing stopping any storm.
Yeah, I could do that. Thank you, David. Yep, I know about the Discord. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Any more questions or concerns? Anyone? What's your guys' thoughts on that? Anything else to say on your little discussion about the tropics? As we are taking a look at the overall Saharan dust layer and the two waves also in the Atlantic. A little break from Erin. Anything else, you guys, on that? Shouldn't be there. Someone asked, shouldn't the dry, dusty air be gone by now? It's usually in August. Yeah, it should be. There's not as much as we had before, but right now we're having a pretty good plume. Usually as we hit September and August, it doesn't completely go away, but it's more favorable in the environment. But sometimes we have years where it's a little bit more dry air than other years, and sometimes less than other years. So there's the answer to your question. Someone also asked, is there still lightning in the eye wall? Having full screen will really help bring more yeah, no problem. Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
Take a look. Oh, it keeps doing that.
Oh, I see what you
Gives me
mean.
this back.
Huh. I don't know why it's... Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, David.
I did give my recent thoughts on where the son of Erin is in the chat. Well, the voice chat thing.
99 looks better, huh? Why is it doing that? I don't know why. I can't, like, move down my thing here. Huh.
Where is the eye? Looks like it disappeared.
I wasn't
LDW, look in the chat, LDW. I kind of extrapolated where it could be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. I know you mean. Tabs that you want us to see. Now click on tabs that you want us to see. I'm a little confused. Oh, I think so. I'm not too good at this. I'll try and fix that.
Ooh. It looks like it did shift westwards. It looks like it's maybe just east of 73 west. Just east. It's like 72.9 west.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh wait, you're no.
Let's take a look at the satellite imagery here. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping out in the comments. I really appreciate that.
Tell me if this is right. Sorry to interrupt. According to Recon, the extrapolated Recon, it seems like the center is like 72.9, like almost on the line of the 73 west, and maybe just a little bit south of 28 north.
Huh.
Maybe like 27.7.
We are definitely noticing also looks like we are very close to an eye wall feature trying to develop even better. Because if we take a look here on the latest frames, we really do have something like this. If we take a look and let this play out a bit, let's let this play out. You guys can really see we had 3 hot towers, and you can kind of see a bit better of an eye wall trying to get better established on, yeah, convection's firing up there again. I agree, it's on the line of the circulation. That's very
73
possible.
north. Oh wait, no, I meant 73 west.
Yeah, yeah, I would say about right now will be the center. We'll have to, it's going to take a little bit more time for this storm to grow an actual better core. Good to be here with you all. An eye wall is so David has said an eye wall is trying to form, but having hard time getting the eye wall on the southern side. Yeah, that explains it. Thank you, David, for your explanation here. I actually agree because we haven't really had any convection blow up on the southwestern side. There is maybe in the last frame some more whites trying to develop, but we only have right now the convection on the northern side, so it's not able, we don't have 2 hot towers. We only have one that's kind of blowing on one side of the eye wall, so we're not getting that actually to wrap around. Huh. We do have a mod in here. I don't know how Carlos is a mod. I never like clicked on his name, but he's a great mod, so Erin is better fighting. She's fighting maybe. She pangs. Hey guys, to let you know, Hurricane Erin, like scaredy. Okay. And turtle, look at the water vapor, no tacos. Very interesting topic right now, but okay. Let's keep this stream going, please, PM. Our moderator is Carlos. He can control the chat. Interesting. What's your guys' thoughts on the satellite? Anyone?
I gave my satellite center analysis, but anyway, it's still looking pretty convectively active. I think there might be there still might be a lingering wind shear issue to the south, so that's probably why it's not able to completely wrap around the convection to like a full ring. I am noticing that.
Okay.
And does anyone? Okay. Okay, does anyone know how much wider Erin is going to get in the next 24 hours? Anyone? I do think Erin will
can't
grow
tell.
massively, in my opinion. What's your guys' thinking on the wind fields? Thank you, David.
Definitely
Thank you.
growing.
Pressure's dropped now 9:59. Thank you, David. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, David. I really thank you for shouting me out. How wide is it by chance? Down 5 millibars from the morning. Huh. Is it really? That's interesting. Let's get Weather Kingdom. Thank you, guys. Alright, thank you. You guys, Weather Kingdom will reach 1,000 easy peasy. Alright, thank you. I appreciate it. 958.4. I'm sub. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We can see how close this storm does get on the latest GFS, but it's actually a little farther away. Very interesting. Yeah, but let's look at that wave behind it as the latest model is showing it. Thank you. Thank you, daughter. His daughter. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a drop some, but let's look at that wave. What do you guys think on that wave that eventually goes north of Puerto Rico here? We actually look at that. Just a little wave of north.
I want to wait for the rest to come out
of the GFS. Yeah, I agree. It's a little bit more stronger and sharper on the latest. The wind field will expand around 150 to 350 miles, David said. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Thank you. A very large wind field. Yeah. That's a very large wind field. We'll have to wait for the... We have 96 hours out on the latest. Huh, interesting. It definitely does... It's a bit stronger on the latest GFS here with that wave once it gets north to Puerto Rico. We're 96 hours out. Looks like this is going to go out to sea, but there is a sign of that 60% trying to develop once we get a little bit north to Puerto Rico.
I think we're going to see a lot of model
Is
fluctuations
Pat here?
on that.
Oh, wow. Pat's path predictor's here now. All right.
Oh,
Hey,
really?
Pat. Nice to see you. We got everyone in the chat. Hey, Pat. Nice seeing you. Erin's getting even weaker. No, it's not.
What?
Nice seeing you. Hey, Pat, if you want, you can join. Hey, is Pat on the general of our Discord? If not, can someone add him?
I'll check. Oh, let me stop screen sharing.
Yeah.
No, he's not. I'll add
Can you
him.
add him? Yeah, add Pat that he can come on here. Hey, if Pat, we're gonna add you to the general, so if you wanna go, let's get him up to 100.
Do I have to be friends with Pat?
I can add him.
Yeah, please.
I can't add him.
David wants to join too.
I can add David as well.
Yeah,
whammy.
David and Pat, why
Let's
not?
go. Let's do it.
Yeah, you guys, let's add David and Pat. Yes, we can.
Thankfully, they're both added.
Yeah, if you want to add them on the general chat.
Hello.
Are they on?
What's up, Pat?
Yep, here's Pat. And
Hey,
here's
Pat.
David.
Hey, David.
Hello. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Tracking this hurricane, and I'll tell you, it's bringing out a little surprises for us tonight. But that eye wall is definitely trying to develop based on latest microwave satellite imagery. There is definitely an eye wall trying to form, but that northern eye wall is pretty well built up at this time, and that's why we are seeing a lot of deep convection. But given the forward progress of the hurricane, that's where pressure falls and height falls are happening the fastest, helping to lead to a lot of lift and a lot of baroclinic ascent. And that's why we are seeing all that convection, which explains why our southern eye wall is having a bit of a harder time, along to go with some of the dry air.
Thank you, David. Pat, I know you're on here. What's your analysis on the satellite imagery? Anything more than David?
Well, what I'll tell you about is this satellite imagery. I actually noticed, first of all, I noticed this blowing up since this morning, actually. And I was thinking, okay, if this actually continues, despite the shear in the battle it's faced with it, this actually could potentially get re-strengthened and could potentially do something. But I wasn't really too confident about it when I saw it this morning. But looking at it now, right here, it's really reorganized. It's consolidated considerably. And I could definitely see this re-strengthen quite a bit. It's doing one heck of a good job of fighting off that wind shear to the north over there. But at this current point, I would say that something has to give at this current point. Either the wind shear is going to overpower it, which based on the current structure of it, I absolutely do not think it will. It really did a great job reorganizing itself, or it's going to intensify and expand in size again, which would absolutely be not a good thing to do, especially with how quickly this is reorganized. Like this is the first time I'm seeing this since getting back home from work and all of that, and I can give you, and already the analysis is, my goodness, this is really turning up, and we are in for a long night once again. What I will say though is we're looking at potentially, okay, I know David's sharing his stream right there. What I will say is though words is that where it's at right now, it's entering an area. Let me check the SSTs very quickly. It's entering an area of about 30 degrees Celsius of waters right now, which is about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is the main reason why we're seeing this massive explosion and intensification right here. Similar thing as this is over at least 100 OHC. So those good conditions that are currently in the Atlantic right now are really allowing it to turn up and are really allowing for the system to reorganize. And we could definitely see this getting back up to major hurricane status based on pretty soon. That's my opinion right now, but at this current point, I think major hurricane status is back on the table.
Yeah. So, basically, Weather Kingdom, if you wanted to share my screen with the viewers with what we're looking at here, I have my screen shared. So what you would do, sorry to kind of,
me too.
Yeah. So basically, so you want to click on my stream on your stream if you're able to.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I don't know
Alright,
how
and
to.
then-
Yeah.
And then you could view it. You
Ah.
can great. Yeah, click on my stream, watch stream and full screen. Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
right
and
here.
then there's a down arrow. Okay, see the mouse over where we're all at on the bottom.
Oh, right here in the three
Hey,
dots.
there's
are-
like
oh,
no,
right here.
no.
There you go. Thank you.
No. Go down. Move your cursor down. Move your cursor down. No, down.
I
Wait,
am
what?
down.
Oh,
Your cursor's not down on stream.
Oh, it is now.
No, it's not.
Okay,
There
go
we go.
down.
Perfect.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
a little arrow with people. Yeah, there we go. Now it's full screen.
Yep,
There we go.
Now there.
I got
yeah.
caught in 4K, guys.
Yeah. Now
Dang.
you guys get to watch it in 4K. So this is what we're actually seeing.
My-
Again,
I-
with
I
what we're
messed
seeing
up.
here is microwave imagery.
Ah.
And basically that's kind of giving us an idea what our convection around that eye wall is doing. So we have really intense convection on the northern side, a little bit of that convection on the southern side. We even have a secondary possible minute eye wall, very large one, to the northeast of the other one.
Thank you for your analysis. Is there anything else you want to show David while you're here?
Just that this wind field is going to be very large. So, as what Weather Kingdom was saying before, and what Pat was saying earlier, is that this is going to become a major hurricane. And a lot of you that are watching this, please do not focus on the center. All right. This
No.
is one of those cases that it doesn't matter how close the center actually gets to North Carolina because its wind field is going to be so large. We're talking about a wind field that expands to more than 200 to almost 300 nautical miles out from the center, bigger than it is right now. So that means that North Carolina here on this map has tropical storm-like conditions that are likely in the next 24 to 36 hours. Even so, the center itself is going to be offshore. Now, if this does intensify a little faster with a growing wind field, this could even be a little bit more significant than what we are looking at. But the chances of this becoming stronger than 110, maybe 115 miles an hour is a 50-50 shot. My prediction here, honestly, is right around 115, maybe a little weaker than that, because with a very large wind field like Erin is experiencing right now, it is going to be really hard to reconcentrate all that wind energy closer into the center where that inner core is, because a lot of the energy is well distorted now into outer bands that we're seeing on this microwave imagery. So it is going to be, and actually, with this outer band trying to form, this might actually arrest of any significant or any big re-intensification. So that's why the NHC, I'm agreeing with them. If we see any strengthening, it's going to be quite small, and I'm probably not too confident on a major hurricane just because of the structure that we're seeing right now on the microwave. Even so, we have an inner core. We also have this outer ring of deeper convection that might just keep things a little bit more preventive at getting this back up to 115, but certainly at least 105, maybe 110 is probably a safe bet at this time. Maxing out 110, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it
Go
okay
ahead.
if I go ahead, Weather Kingdom?
Yeah, do you want to share your screen also, or?
No. I just wanted to. It's okay. I just wanted to make a few points, and I want to kind of emphasize what David was trying to mention, because I agree with him for the most part. I think the main issue, though, is it's still battling a lot of shear, and I think that's why we're potentially, at least according to David's analysis, we might not get up to major hurricane status. Personally, for me, I think it's a 50-50 shot as well, not because of the conditions that's going against it, but because of the conditions that are going for it. You're looking at 30 degrees Celsius waters over 100 OHC. That, with a little bit of shear that's currently affecting it, it's not going to really do too much to the structure as long as it keeps producing very deep convection. So as long as it keeps producing that, it should have no problem strengthening tonight. But the question David and I are both trying to figure out is, what is the ceiling with this? And in my personal opinion, I think the ceiling is around 115. I think a more realistic estimate of what I think we're going to see probably is around around similar to what David's saying, around 110. But I think 115 should be considered at this current point, given the reorganization of the convection. Also, can we consider the fact that we have 2 large weather YouTubers on a YouTube channel with about 600 subs? Can we just appreciate how great this community is? So if you guys would like to support, be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. But yeah, Weather Kingdoms are doing a fantastic job, and honestly, I'm just glad that that we have a community that's coming together and talking about this kind of stuff on the fly like this. So thank you for having us on, Weather Kingdom. We really appreciate
no
it.
problem. I really appreciate it.
And I found you, Weather Kingdom, because once I ended my stream, I was gonna watch another YouTube video. I'm like, oh, Weather Kingdom is live, and I saw that you had 100 people watching. I'm like, boy, this guy's really doing good for a small channel. So I was like, I want to help this guy. So yeah, congratulations, by the way, with that. And yeah, let's get Weather Kingdom up to 1,000 subscribers by the middle of September. I think we can all do it. We can support this guy.
Yeah. I'm planning to shout him out in tomorrow's video, actually. So I'm just putting that out there. That'll be probably at the start. That'll probably be at the start of the video. So
sweet.
Stay tuned for that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, he is the kingdom of weather, right? Weather Kingdom.
I'm really thinking about making some merchandise for that. There's a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, back to yeah. Look, I would be interested in getting some of that, to be honest. But anyway, we got some Erin shenanigans to talk about. So, oh boy.
And they're about to fly in again. They're on their inbound leg on into the center again. So we'll see if the pressure continues to drop. It already has dropped at about a millibar in their last 3 passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' thoughts?
I do want to show you something.
Go ahead, LT.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I do want to show you this. This is moisture, I think it was. I showed this like earlier. But this is the latest one. It looks like it has like a bit of maybe dry air right here, because this part is kind of receding. But here's like the moisture content.
All right. Do you have it in general, or you have it?
Oh no, I'm presenting.
Oh, you are? I did not see that.
Yeah.
All right, it's taking a second on my end, but
it's
there we go.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, you can see that there's like a little bit of dryness right here.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
All right, it's now popped up.
And that would make perfect sense on why we're not seeing convection really popping off on the southern side, because that side tends to be drier.
Entrainment over there. I'm watching it.
However, based on the University of Wisconsin of deep layer vertical wind shear, that shear is about 14 knots and is currently dropping. Actually, let me bring up that really quickly on my end, and let's go to the system. Let's bring up vertical wind shear.
Yeah.
Let's see.
While you're doing that, David, did you notice anything different with me when I popped up with my camera?
Not really.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
All right. So based on shear vectors, right now, average shear vectors are out of the west-southwest at around 9.5 knots. So we are just underneath the 10 knot level of the system.
Are you sharing David's stream on?
Yeah, one moment.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm getting it on.
Oh, just go ahead. It's go.
Yep,
okay,
right there.
There we go.
All right. So
Perfect.
yeah, click on my stream and full screen.
Perfect.
Yep.
Full screen.
It is. Now.
No, you
We're
still
good.
have the side panel. There's like a full screen button. Yeah, bottom. There is something on the. There should be there. Click that.
Yep.
There we go. Now it's full screen.
Yep.
So yeah, right here, this is Erin. And if we go and look at our deep layer vertical wind shear analysis, our shear vectors are pretty much out of the west-southwest at about 9.5 knots right now. So shear is pretty light. Even so, it may look a little anemic looking. That's because the inner core has to reestablish itself, which isn't going to be completed in a short amount of time because this is a large hurricane. The wind field is spread out and the dynamics internally don't favor rapid recovery with this inner core. This thing got dismantled almost completely. And so right now the shear is very light with that outflow, really strong outflow on the eastern side. So when we go to shear here, we're at about 8.4 to 9.5 knots respectively. So the shear is very light on this, but of course, the inner core structure, it's in the formative stages. It's going to take some time for that to recover successfully to enable to actually get a very intense inner core going where we have lightning, where we have deep convection going on. So the chances of this actually rapidly intensifying are very low based on our mean intensity trend. Negative indicates
I
TC
agree.
deepening. And so we're not seeing much of that. Only slight strengthening is expected because, of course, our shear vectors are going to be shifting out of the southwesterly. That's probably what we're beginning to see. And that shear is going to be increasing significantly beyond about 60 hours to where it's going to become quite hostile for the system. But due to baroclinic transition into an extratropical cyclone, system might actually thrive quite well with that as long as there's great jet stream dynamics, especially to the north of the system where we have a good barotropic jet subtropical flow out of this coming because the outflow is right here meeting up with this jet. This is a very good optimal position where we actually get a lot of lift in the atmosphere, where we get that barotropic transition, where we get cooler air coming underneath this, scuffing it and helping to get a cold front and a warm front developing. And this continues to be the case in 96 hours where, boy, deep layer vertical wind shear here is pretty substantial, well in excess of at least 50 to 70 knots.
Yeah, I've been looking at that too. I think David, to your point at the beginning, I looked at it. The shear absolutely tore the core apart earlier this morning. And if it wasn't for that timely burst of convection, this system probably would be as even more disorganized than it already is right now. So the fact that it's getting its act together right now is pretty astonishing right now. And it's just telling me how much of a fighter Erin has been throughout this entire saga. And that's something I've been pretty concerned about as well. But one last point before I go is that if you're in North Carolina, just because the center is going to stay offshore, you're still going to get impacts from this because of how large the system is growing and how large that wind field is going to be. It's not just the wind field that's going to be a threat. Storm surge is going to be a threat as well. You're looking at 2 to 4 feet of storm surge in the Outer Banks. Islands that do not have a lot of elevation, mind you. So that's going to cause quite a lot of flash flooding and a lot of general flooding and coastal flooding and all of that stuff. So that's something you're going to want to pay attention to. We're also watching some other threats down the road in the tropics as well. At least I am. I know they've shifted quite a bit with their odds and their chances of development and all of that, but it's still something to consider at this current point. I'm also paying attention to a few other areas as well, but all I will say is that we'll keep you updated on Erin. Weather Kingdom, thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah,
I'm
no
gonna get
problem.
going because I have to get to bed pretty soon. But
Yeah.
but Weather Kingdom, I'm going to be shouting you out tomorrow. Hopefully get some subs from that. David, I hope you do the same as well because I think this is a great community that we could keep building off of. And Weather Kingdom's been doing such a fantastic job with Storms United and with his own streams. And I think he's a good person that we should be promoting. And he really knows his stuff and he's really grown over the last year since I've talked to him. So that's just something I'm going to do for him.
And speaking of shout out, I will shout him out, but it's going to be at the very end of my video because I want to jump into with what I need to talk about, cover with what I need to do. And then at the end of my video, I'll be like, hey, If you guys like today's video, share, like, and subscribe, and also check
Absolutely.
out Weather Kingdom. Link in the description.
Thank you, David,
right.
and thank you, Pat. I really appreciate that. And also, you guys are welcome anytime on the streams. And I think this is a great community. You guys are both people I looked up to over the years, honestly, and watched. So I kind of, been wanting to do this. So I really appreciate that. And now looking and realizing the moment, it's pretty crazy, to be honest.
And also, David, in case you hadn't noticed, I'm wearing glasses right now.
Oh, you got your glasses. Yeah, I was wondering, Pat, you didn't do any live streaming tonight. You didn't upload today. I'm like, man, where's Pat at?
Well, I've had these for a while. What ended up happening is what ended up happening is, since we're on a live stream with 70 people, I'll just go ahead and say it. I landed another job interview today. Landed another job interview for broadcast meteorology. So I had to get ready for that. So that's why I didn't stream tonight. I didn't post a video today because there was a lot of stuff going on in the morning, and I had work from 12 to 8. So that was part of it, but that's what's going on.
Congratulations, bud. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks. But anyway, I'm going to get going. You guys have a fun night. I really appreciate you guys for letting me come on the stream and talk with you guys. So Weather Kingdom, David, Charlie, LTW, you guys have some fun, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you. See ya.
Pat.
All right.
I'm
Stay
actually
safe,
gonna
everybody. Oh, go ahead, David.
I'm also going to be headed off too. I just want to stop on by and say hi and peek in, see how everybody's doing. Because this was recommended to me, his stream, and I saw there was a lot of people watching. I'm like, oh, gotta help out this guy a little bit. So that's why I came on and stopped by. So,
all right, David. You have a nice night. Okay, I'm heading off.
All right.
Hey.
See ya, Weather Kingdom. Enjoy.
Thank you.
All right.
See
All
ya.
right, Weather Kingdom.
See
Just
ya.
let me know if you need anything. All right.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Have a nice night.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
See ya. See ya.
See ya.
All right. That was
So-
fun.
That was interesting and fun, you guys.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
nice.
That was something that the team we have not done. That was awesome, and I think we should welcome them in future streams. Who would like that? That is awesome.
Yes, please.
I think that would be great. A David, Pat, and Weather Kingdom stream. How you guys would feel about that? That would be very interesting, in my opinion. So smash the like button. Let's get up to 650 subscribers. Let's do it. We already have 52 likes. Very appreciated. That was awesome. So anything else you guys really want to talk about? Because it's currently 12:27. We kind of covered nearly everything. If there's anything new right now that's going on, I would say it's the satellite imagery, as we have a massive amount of convection blowing up on the northern side once again, about negative almost 90 degrees cloud tops here. So you can also tell there that is part of the eye wall. My thing is, and this is what David and Pat agrees too, is we do not have another hot tower. We've been having this consistent hot tower that's been on the northern and eastern side, but we haven't had another hot tower on the southern side. So for that being said, if we had another hot tower wrapping around here, this will most likely be beginning the eye phases, but that eye feature that we saw earlier is kind of honestly weakened, and we are still dealing with some probably some wind shear. But like David said, we are actually getting into better environment, and David really actually did an awesome presentation and explained that. I really appreciate that. You kind of got my point out a lot. Great having all you guys on. Ken, yep, was amazing. Weather community should support. Okay. Nice seeing that. So is there anything else you guys want to really take a look at on Erin or anything else in the tropics?
I'm noticing that it looks like, well, let me take a look back at Windy. It looks like a flash hit. You see?
I'm not.
It's like a lightning.
One
I'm screen
second.
sharing.
What?
I'm
You're not screen sharing.
Yeah,
I don't. Oh, you are. Oops, my bad.
you're fine.
All right. What would you like to show?
So this is if it could play, that would be awesome. There we go. Come on.
Trust me, that happens to me too. It's kind of a pain.
You know, I'm just gonna reset the app.
Does it
Let
work?
me just let this load. Okay, yeah. So it looks like right now.
Oh, okay.
Lightning kind of started.
Yeah, there is some lightning in the eye wall. I'm very interested on this. Oh, I'm sorry that it's... I meant to share full screen, my bad. But there it is, the full screen. Very interested.
Wait, and oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that. I don't know if you saw it to the north. So that's an outflow right here, I think, right?
That's
see that
probably,
line?
yeah, that's probably some leftover convection that's breathing outwards. Who else would agree on that?
Yeah.
Is it just me or is it moving east?
It's not
Definitely
moving
not
east.
moving east.
No.
I-
Oh, there's
no.
new convection. There's new convection here, but it's small. It's a small
We'll have to
piece.
wait and see if we get a hot tower to the south, because that will be pretty major. What's keeping this from really getting an eye to develop is we don't have, we have a strong, we need more hot towers around the center.
And we need the CEO to close.
Also that. The CDO needs to get a little bit better organized. Recon is actually heading right back into this. I'm very interested on what they are going to find. Here. What's your guys thinking on that? We have pretty much covered everything.
I think well, do you want to cover the Western Pacific or?
If you want, why not? While we are waiting.
Yeah. Don't worry about the boxes. I'll just kind of take a look on here because the boxes could get annoying.
You're
the boxes
good.
are just to highlight the pattern, like the AORs, like the Philippine.
I'm not too good with the Westpac,
Australian.
so I'd like you to really kind of take the show on that.
First I'll look at the East Pack. I'll check but first I'm gonna check satellite on the invest. It seems like 2 miles are going cat 1 on this. 168 hours out. Here's this. That's the invest that I kind of mentioned earlier in the stream. And you can kind of see like maybe right here, that's probably where the center is in this area. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's
doesn't
probably.
even have center.
I don't even think it has a
Really?
center. I think it's just a open wave right now. In my opinion.
I mean, it is an investment. Probably it might have like a mid-level circulation, maybe. Most of like like Weather Kingdom said though.
Okay. But let's take a look at the Eastern Pacific. So right now, the GFS shows. I mean, the GFS run isn't done yet, but it does show something there. You see it, the 1011. On 8 days later, the euro, even though it's behind, doesn't really show anything. Yeah, the icon is done, so get to take a look at that. Yeah, the icon has something here. You see that?
Yeah, we're
And also
currently at
another
600.
one
And,
right
yeah,
here, and also one right here. This is actually closer than the GFS.
very
Um,
interesting.
I'm going to take a look at the Central Pacific. Ooh. Ooh. Central
Okay.
Pacific flaring up.
Let's look at a
Again?
different
You see
model
that?
than the icon.
Huh?
That's
Also,
crazy. Dude, that will make records if that happened.
What were you saying? Weather Kingdom?
look at some of the other models for that area.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. GFS is not done, but it doesn't look like it will do anything with that. ZMWF, even though it's behind, I'll still take a look. Nothing.
I think I'm gonna get off because I have to pick my sleep schedule.
Okay. ECAI, not really anything. Now I'm going to move to the Western Pacific. Here's the fun part. So basically, we have two possible systems according to the icon. The GFS has potentially maybe 4 total. One right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here. This is not including the stuff that's happening now. Let's check ensembles here. I'll go back to the Eastern Pacific soon. It looks like the EPS has something just barely east of 180, which is still considered the Central Pacific. After 180, it becomes the Western Pacific. And it looks like malls are keen on something happening. Malls are keen for it to go through Luzon, and then kind of impact. I'm guessing from Hong Kong all the way to Hanoi. I think that's right here. Is that Hanoi? I'm guessing.
I do not really know,
Okay.
but
The
yeah, just try and finish up because
Mhm.
I want to take a look at the satellite imagery of Erin and discuss a little bit about him because I might be ending the stream very soon, you guys,
Okay.
because we have
Oh
kind of
wow.
covered everything, even the Westpac,
EPS.
and we've covered the entire world with Tropics.
Well, besides
Literally.
the Indian.
There's nothing happening
Ocean.
there.
Yeah.
Pretty quiet.
Ooh, some flare-ups. Here. could be possible. I could see maybe a tag here. Right?
I
sure.
think we're dealing with some more wind shear on air. Oh, sorry.
On what?
Oh no, you're fine.
I'm talking about air because those cloud tops to the north are to like the north of the center. But they're
Yeah.
like outflow cloud tops. Those are really cool. Warming. My bad.
All right. The EPS does show something. Like 42 hours out. It shows something and then it kind of just spirals. More of them go at it.
Mm.
This one, it's not finished. This one seems to be, ooh, I'll take a look at the Alantic. Is that fine if I take a look at the Alantic
Yeah, why not?
here? So there's Erin. And then look at these guys.
Nothing.
Interesting GEPS. But yeah, we'll just have to wait. EPS. All right, that's everything. I'm gonna go back. By the way, let's see. Ooh, Recon looks like it's going.
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna be showing this in the stream myself in just a moment. Yeah, Recon's almost in this. So we're okay. What we're gonna do, you guys, is we're gonna wait for another pass of Recon to confirm the movement and the latest pressures and the winds. Currently, really, the north side of this storm has been the strongest, and the northeastern side is where we've been finding Category 2 force winds consistency. So it's something.
I also want to mention that we're in a period of a La Nina. So that means that the water in the East Pack, if you could see here, is much cooler than average in the equatorial regions. And that makes shear lower, that makes dryer lower, or anything that could destabilize the storm much lower than an El Nino, which is the exact opposite. So when it's in the negatives, it's a Nina, and if it's in the positives, it's a Nina. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, very interesting.
So you could take the stand on this.
Yeah, so all right. Let's take a quick look because I know we have some interesting satellite stuff going on. Looks to me that we have seen more of a northern push with the convection. But once again, we are having a bit of trouble, in my opinion, on that southern side. Who else would agree?
100%. I agree.
I think there's a little bit of actually, we can actually take a look at that.
I could look at dry air. I could look at.
I kind of
There
got
is
it.
some
Water
shear
vapor.
impinging.
Here's some water vapor imagery if you want to rule that out. Yeah, it's very. I think it's shear. Maybe some remnant shear from the, like it got trapped in the storm. Let's see, ASCAT. Kind of see what ASCAT did. Ooh,
What?
hey guys, ASCAT actually punctured through the storm. Well,
Ace?
I think this is when it was in its bad phase.
Oh.
Yeah, this is old, very old. Never mind. um, could quickly take a look at ASCAT though. Yeah, I'm seeing flight level winds of like 50, above 50 knots. Good check. This one shows me, ooh. Oh, wow, this other side's stronger. This is at least maybe almost 100. Well, possibly. This is ASCAT, by the way. But anyway, I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay. It's up. We got a
Yeah.
center update. We have
We do?
continued. Looks like the center is kind of northwest still. Yeah. Looks like we have continued that northwest movement.
Before, first you go. You go.
No, keep going. We are still.
Oh no, I was talking
yeah.
about something different.
It looks like it's trying to go a little bit more west. They're not fully in the center. They're about to be, but we'll be about here, so it's still pretty much northwest. So the latest
It seems
movement.
like they caught the shift. I think they caught the shift in the wind. You tell from the barbs.
Yeah, probably a bit.
Yeah, they might have.
Anyway, go on. Sorry again.
But yeah. Yeah.
Is it just me or is the storm hold on, let me. This recent one is interesting. It looks stable. You see?
I'm
Oh,
not looking at that right now. Now I'm resetting.
I do want to highlight this. Can you look at my screen?
Yeah, one moment.
Okay.
Okay, very interesting. Looks like convection's trying to curve around. It's still struggling. But let's take a look at his stream quickly. Alright.
Because wow, this
Oh.
really wrapped back up.
Huh. That's interesting.
This is 3 hours behind. And this is 3 hours forward. It seems, yeah.
Let me take a look at that.
This dip. Is that a dip? Is that high pressure right here?
Part of it, kind of. I have my own.
Where?
Right here.
That would be low pressure.
Because it looks like it's shifting the storm. You see it?
Yeah, that might be just like a flow notch or a short wave.
Oh, let's see. Shear tendency. Some pretty good shear. This is upper divergence. Lower divergence.
Okay, so I did in the chat, the VC chat, put the latest Recon in, and if you do take a pretty close look with each fic, there is just a very small slight east component, but the general movement is still northwest. So
I could see
that's what
that.
I'm
I could
noticing.
see that. A
Interesting.
little bit. That is interesting.
maybe
But
it's
anyway, I'm gonna go.
all
See ya.
righty.
Bye.
Alright, you guys. I think I'm going to be ending the stream here. I think we kind of covered everything. I hope you guys liked and enjoy. Please like and subscribe. If you guys are new, please stay tuned. There's really nothing else. Shear map. There it is. Right over. Very interesting. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream. Have a good night, you guys. See you guys in the next video. We'll be live tomorrow around like 7 or 8 in the morning. See ya.